Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? So today we are going to be drafting out Ankara skirts. So with this pattern, you draft out your long skirts, your short skirts, whatsoever is the preferred length you want. But for me, I'm going to be drafting out a three-quarter skirt, just as you can see on the thumbnail. So that's what I'm trying to draft out today. So let's get started with the tutorial. So firstly, the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing a straight line here, which is going to be my starting line. So it means every measurement is going to be starting from this starting line. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be taking out the full length of what I'm making is 33 inches. The full length of the skirt I'm making is 33 inches. So 33, so from 33, I'm going to be removing 2 inches, which is going to be for my band. Then the rest is going to be the exact measurement. So now what I'm going to be doing is that you notice that I'm taking out 2 inches. So I'm placing 2 inches. So it means that my measurement is starting from these 2 inches. So from here, I'll place my 2 inches this way, and I'm going to be taking my 33 measurement here, and I'll connect it into a straight line. So this is the full length of the skirt, which is 33. So I'm also going to be adding 1.5. I'm going to be showing you the reason why I'm adding 1.5, or let me just add 2 inches since I have enough fabric. So I'm going to be adding 2 inches here. So I'm going to be showing you why I'm adding that. So the next thing we're going to be doing is I'm going to be taking my hip point. So for me, my hip point is 9 inches. I'm going to be taking 9.5 here because I'm going to be using half inches to join it with the band. So I'm taking 9.5 here. Then I'm going to be taking my knee length. So for me, my knee length is 18. You can measure for yourself. So for me is 18. I'm going to be connecting these two lines into a straight line. So guys, please don't forget that this fabric is folded into two. This is the right side, this is the wrong side. So I'm marking on my wrong side. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking my waist measurement. So for me, my waist measurement is 7 inches plus that, which is 1.5 inches, then plus my allowance, which is 1.5, making 10 inches here. So for my hip allowance, so for the hip, my round circumference is 38. So 38 divided by 4 is going to be giving me 9.5. So 9.5, I'm going to be adding my sewing allowance, which is 11.5. So now on my knee length here, I'm going to be minusing 1 inches from whatever I have here. What I have here is 11, so I'm going to be marking 10.5 here. And I'm going to be connecting these 3 points. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is the same measurement I have on my knee leg on my knee line. I'm going to be placing it on the full length area here. So I'm going to be connecting this also into a straight line. So I'm going to be cutting this out. So this is how to just draft out your skirt. It's as simple as this. So this is it for my front part. So you notice that I said I added 2 inches here. The reason is because I'm going to be cutting my lining short. So the lining is going to be starting from here down up. So when I'm cutting the lining, I'll show you what I mean. So now let's cut out for the back side. So this is the one I'll be using for the back. So I folded this fabric into two. So for the back, the first thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking your zipper measurement. So for me, my zipper measurement is 1 inches. So I've taken my zipper measurement. So I'm going to be placing my front part here. So I'm just going to be placing my front part on the back side, and I'm just going to be tracing it out and cut it out. So now I'm going to be cutting, I'm going to be opening my zipper allowance here. So now to get for your to bring out your butt allowance very well for the back, I'm going to be going in by half inch here. So I'm going to be connecting this half inch. I'm going to be connecting it this way. So what I did here is just to make my butt a bit prominent for the back. So if you like, you can do it, and if you don't, it's fine. So let's start. So let me cut out the lining. So guys, I've cut out the lining. So this is it. You notice I said the lining was going to be shorter than the fabric. So I said I was going to be turning this one this way. So the lining is going to be coming this way. So I'm going to be joining with half inch. This is the half inch I'm going to be using to join it. So now I'm going to be taking this to the sewing machine and sew. So now this is how I'm going to be sewing it on the sewing machine. So firstly, this is my right side, right? This is the right side. So I'm going to be sewing the down part first. So I'm going to be sewing the down part first. After I'm done sewing the down part this way, then I'm going to drag the lining up so that it will help me drag this one up. Then I'm going to be sewing it this way, then I'm going to be turning it out. I hope you understand. So firstly, I'm going to be doing it this way, sewing this part. This is the right side. So I place the lining this way. So I'll sew it this way. That's the down part first, because I'm doing complete turning with the lining. Then after I'm done, I'm going to drag the lining up, making sure that it's getting to this point. As you can see, when I drag it to this point, it's shorter. So that's what I want. So by the time so when I'm done with that, I'm now going to sew the sides for the front and also for the back. Then I'm going to come back and show you guys how I've gone ahead to sew it. So this is how it's going to be looking after you are done sewing. So you can see that I sewed this part first. Then I now drag it up so that the lining and the fabric can be equal, so it made this place go up. So that was what I was trying to explain. So by the time I now turn it after ironing, it's going to be looking like this. You can see how neat it's looking. So here is up, and so this is it after ironing. I hope you understand what I mean. So this is for the back. So I've done for the two sides of the back. So now I'm now going to go ahead and just bring this one out. So I did not iron this one or turn it so that I can show you guys how it's looking. So I'm done. So I'm going to take this also to my ironing table and just iron it out. So guys, this is the back side of the dress. So I've gone ahead to join it. Remember, I used 1 inch for my zipper allowance. So I've gone ahead to take in my 1 inch for the zipper allowance, and I've gone ahead to press it. And then for my slits, you notice that I'm done with my slits. So I just followed that 1 inch and I used hemming gun so that it's going to be giving me a neat finishing. So you can see that the finishing is neat. So this is for the back, this is for the front, and this is for the front also. So now the next thing we're going to be doing is that we're going to be taking in our darts. So we'll be taking in our dart. So let me chalk out my dart here and show you. For the dart I want to work with 4 inches dart. So notice I'm taking my measurement from this joining, from my inner joining like this. You know, I can see it through this place. So for my back dart, so let me take the back one first. So I want my dart to be around 4 inches. I remember I want to take in 1.5 inches. So around this 4 inches, I'm going to mark one line. Then the dart intake I'm taking is 1.5. So this, within these two places, is 1.5. So I'll do the same thing for this other side. My 4 inches, then my 1.5. Now for the length of the dart, I want it to be around 5 inches. So this is around 5 inches. So I hope you can see what I did. So for this also is going to be around 5 inches. I'm not going to do for the midpoint between these two places, which is 7.5. So I'm just going to do it this way. So now the same way I did for this back, I also do for the front and take in my dart. I hope you understand. So now to take in the dart, So you're just going to fold it this way. You fold it this way, then you run a straight stitch. Make sure this place is as pencil as possible, it's as slim as possible, so that it's not going to give you bulge. So I'm also going to do it for this side and for the front, then I'll come back and show you, then we'll take our shape. So guys, I've joined the front and the back together and I've pinned them down, so it's now to take the body measurement. So this is the dart we worked on the other time, so you can see it's looking very neat. So I ironed it. So the next thing to do is to take your waist measurement. So for me, my waist measurement is 28. 28 divided by 2 is 14. So but because I want it to be around 27, I want it to be a bit tight on the waist, so I'm going to be working with 27, so that is 13 and a half. So now to get your measurement, this is what you are going to be doing. So you place your tip, the tip here on this side and on this side. So you can see I'm having like 17 and I want to work with 13 and a half. So I'm going to be marking my 13 and a half here. Then you mark whatsoever it is that you have here. So I have like 3.5 divided by 2, that's 1.75. So you place your 1.75 here. Then you place another 1.75 here. So that's how you can get your accurate measurement without making any mistake. So for the waistline, remember I'm working from 2 inches, so 9.5 here. So on this 9.5, that's where you place your hip measurement. So for my hip measurement, I'm working with 38. So 38 divided by 2, that's 19. So to get my 19, so I have, this is 19 here. So I have like 2 inches here. So I'm going to be taking in 1 inch on this side. I'm also going to be taking in 1 inch on this side. So you know my hip measurement and my knee length, we worked with 18 inches. I'll also be going in by 1 inch here and by 1 inch here, and I'll connect it into a straight line. So let me just join this part. So I'm now going to be taking it to the sewing machine and run it this way and run it this way. After we're done, so we're going to be attaching our waistband. So now let's cut out the waistband. So this is folded into 2 this way. So to make it easier for me, I'm going to fold it this way again. Hope you understand. So this is folded into 2 already. So I'm also going to be folding it this way. So this is 2.5. This is 2.5, which is very okay. So this is not going to be enough for the full length. So I think I'm going to be cutting out 2 of this and that one. So I'm going to be joining the straps together so that I can have a long strap. So I'll go ahead and iron this out on a long strap this way. Then I'm going to be showing you how we're going to attach it. But let's go ahead to take out the body measurement. So guys, this is the outcome of the skirt. So we've brought out the shape and every other thing. So now it's now to insert this band. So this is the band I'm going to be using. Remember I said it's like 2 inches. So this is 2.5 here. So now the next thing we are going to be doing is, so now to place the band, I'm just going to be placing it this way. You understand? I'm just going to be placing it all round, and I'll use it to turn all of this place all round. So I'm just going to use my whipping machine to, you know that by the time I join it this way, I'm going to be having rough edges here. So I'm just going to use my whipping machine to make it neater. I hope you understand. So that is that. Then we'll be inserting our zipper. That is all. So guys, so let me take it to the sewing machine and do that and show you what I've done. So let me repeat what I said I was going to do. I'm going to be taking the band this way, placing it this way, and sewing it all round, then whip it with my whipping machine to clean the rough edges, and I'll come back and show you. Then we insert the zipper. So guys, I've gone ahead to insert the band. So this is how it's looking. So it has this rough edge, which I use my whipping machine to do. So guys, the next thing is just to insert the zipper. So this is the zipper I'm going to be using for the skirt. So the next thing is just to place your zipper. Remember, we have 1 inches here, so you're going to be on this 1 inches this way. So you just place it this way. You can see the way I'm placing it. So just this way till you get to the tip. So you also do it for this other side also, the same way I did it. So you place it. So you also place it this way. And so guys, when you're done inserting your zipper, that is all for the tutorial. So guys, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you make your own too and share with me. And I'm going to be seeing you guys in my next tutorial. So guys, bye guys.